Happy Monday. It is time for our social media chat inside of the Social Selling School for the Woman Entrepreneur, formerly known as Moms Building Online Businesses. My name is Cathy Callahan, and I'm the creator of this group. And I have a special topic for you guys today, which is extremely relevant to timing and situation. So we're going to have a little bit of come to Jesus meeting. We're going to have a little bit of open chat, just some honesty here about what it's going to take to really grow a business. And I'm going to share with you my 3-step strategy that I have used to transform my business that you also can use. So, would you please let me know you're here? Let me shout you out. Let me know who's tuning in with me this morning. Go ahead and confirm that you can see me and hear me well, all the things before we really get rolling. This is going to be pretty simple, but it's going to be pretty important and pretty deep for the simplicity of the steps that I'm going to give you. Okay. Hi, Layla. How are you this morning? Layla and I were both chatting. We're like, we need more coffee. Samara, where are you guys tuning in from? What's going on in your neck of the world? It is holiday season, so some of you might be finding yourself busy with the hustle and bustle. Kudos to you if you showed up here today live. If you are catching this on replay, let me know when you caught it and where you're tuning in from. Before we jump into the content of the training today, have you guys been paying attention to the elf made me do it? Have you seen this fun game? Layla's been posting in the group every single day. There's some different things that you guys can comment and participate on with the elf. All right. And it's important that you pay attention because most of these things only last for 24 hours. So we have some winners to announce. We have announced some winners, and we have some special things that we've been doing for you over the holidays. Who's taken advantage of any of the Elf Made Me Do It posts? Who has been commenting along and who is like, I have no clue what you're talking about? If you don't know what we're talking about, you need to go into the group, look for the graphic that says the Elf Made Me Do It. It's really easy to find them inside of the group. Participate, okay? All right, you guys. So as we jump into content from today, we've got Kristen joining us from New York. If it says Facebook user, all you have to do is tap my face. And when the description in the video pops up, go ahead and authorize StreamYard. You only have to do it once. Thank you to whoever is tuning in from, I don't know what NS is, Nova Scotia? Is that right? And Clear and Beautiful, thank you so much. You didn't authorize StreamYard, so I'll be able to see at the end. Susan is in Mississippi. Susan, I gotta shout you out. I got my pants on. I got my pants on that I got from you, and I am loving them. Somebody needs to give me some socks now. Okay, now 3-step strategy to transform my business. What is happening right now in your business? What is the biggest challenge you feel like you're facing? And what is the next step that you want to see or the next result that you're looking for in your business? And can you identify why you're not there yet? Okay. If you're struggling with any of those things, I hope what I talk about today is going to help you. I would love if you comment along, participate, and even maybe take some notes. 2 reasons why taking notes in the comments is killer. 1, it helps other people. And 2, I feel like when I write things out, it puts it in my brain differently. Do y'all feel like that? So when someone is training, and I'm watching a Facebook Live, I actually type what they're saying in the comments sometimes in a note fashion. Sometimes I'll just copy it and keep it for me. Sometimes I actually post it into the comments and, it helps me go back to that video later and go, oh yeah, that's what they talked about. Okay, so 3-step strategy, you guys. Let's talk about the reality of life right now. Some of you have other jobs. Talk to me if you work outside of your business that you're building that you're in the social sales school for. Some of you have children. Some of you have family members. Some of you have holidays. You have distraction. Some of you have unpredictable scenarios that pop up. And you have lots and lots and lots of things that could distract you from why you started your business. Yes or yes? Can you relate to that? Did anybody start their business and it was just like a cakewalk? It was exactly what you thought it would be. It was simple. It was easy. It was fun. There were no challenges. There was nobody who said you shouldn't be doing that. Everybody was like, yes. And you had all the supporters in the world and life was just perfect. Okay. That's not the reality, is it? So how did I transform my business? Here's the very first thing I did. So go ahead and take notes. Okay. The very first thing I did was, number 1, have a clear why. Have a clear why. Now, you guys know that I'm a systems and tools and tactics kind of girl, but I always say that 80% of what you need to do is creating that why, that vision, having the right mindset. The other 20% is the tools and the tactics and the tips and the strategies and all the things, as far as like, okay, now how are we going to go do it? So, have you ever read the book Find Your Why by Simon Sinek? Write that in the comments below. If you do not have a clear why for doing your business, you're going to have a whole lot more reasons why not to. Truth or truth? Okay. I asked Layla actually when I was talking about what to train with you guys today. I was like, can I talk about creating a schedule, which we're going to get to? Because let me be honest with you guys. If I was not committed right now to showing up with you, I would not be here. I have more reasons right now to not be on this video than I felt like I did. But I was like, wait a second. Why do I have this business? What is my true why? It's not about all the reasons I don't want to go live at 10 o'clock because of sick kids or because of life or because of whatever that felt like maybe I could just do it at 11, right? Maybe I could do it tomorrow. All the reasons we could talk ourselves out of things. And then I come back to the foundation of why am I doing this with you guys? What is at the heart of it? So when you're building your why, and we're not going to do a complete training on Find Your Why here today, when you find your why, go to the Simon Sinek book. There's a why, a what, and a how to your business. Okay. The why is like the thing that no matter what, you can't justify it away. They say have a why that'll make you cry. All right. The why is the thing that's bigger than all your excuses. The why is the thing that you cannot justify not doing, right? The why is the thing that even if people say, no, Layla, that's never going to work. No, Samara, you shouldn't do that. That company's awful. Everybody's doing whatever. No, all the things you're like, still doing it, still doing it. And the why is the thing that makes you go, not sure how, but I will figure that part out. Do you get me or do you get me? The why is the thing that will fuel you. That's the first step. Have a strong why. If y'all feel like you need training on how to find your why and you want to dig into this more, where are my action takers at? Where are my impact makers at? Those of you who are in our membership program, membership club, and our advanced program, we dig into this pretty deeply for a reason. Okay. If you need support in finding your why, if you want to know more about our action taker or impact maker, just type in the chat anytime we're talking that you need more support. Okay. All right. Step number 2. So if you find this why, Samara, and I don't know what yours is, but Samara, I'll use you. You're an impact maker student, but Samara's like, I know why I'm doing this business. My why for doing this business, and this was mine, so I'll just make it up. I want to be able to quit my day job so that one day I can blank, right? It's not just about making more money. What is that money going to do? What opportunities can you create if you do this thing that you're trying to go do, right? So she finds her why. The next thing is you have to set goals. Now, step 2, set goals. Who did the training with us on setting SMART goals? SMART. SMART goals. We're going to be doing a lot of this in Action Takers in 2022. In January, we're going to be going more into goal setting. We talked about how to set SMART goals that are specific, that are measurable, that are attainable, that are realistic, and that are time bound. SMART goals. When you set goals, this is where the next third part of the strategy will come in. You have to have goals, and we do this a ton with our Impact Maker students. When we set goals, because what I hear a lot of you guys say, and I'm curious, do you even know what activity you need to do in your business and why? But I hear a lot of people say when I help them build out an actual strategy, a plan to reach their goals, a lot of times they're like, gosh, I never thought about that. I actually was just doing activity because if you're in network marketing, my upline told me, or I was doing this because I saw someone else on social media do it, or I was posting this thing because someone else posted this thing. It's literally throwing spaghetti at the wall type strategy and hoping it will stick, right? It's the post and pray. It's the stay busy to stay busy. And if your life is like you literally don't have anything that you're prioritizing this business over, and you could just work it 24/7 without a purposeful strategy, without goals, then maybe you don't need this part. That's not most of our reality, right? Most of our reality is we're choosing this thing. We have a big enough why. We see the big vision of what we can do with our business, for our family, for ourselves, for our community, right? And that for the people that we want to impact. And now we have to have specific goals that are measurable, that are attainable, that are realistic, and that are time bound. And then we hold our feet to the fire to get it done. So, step number 2 is build your stinking goals. Write them out, right? Pay attention to what you need to do to get those goals. Be accountable to yourself. And here's what you do next. Step number 3, you're going to commit to the goals. Okay. So this is the hardest part for most people. And I actually like to reverse engineer sometimes what I'm going to do. Remember when I said I could think of reasons not to show up with you guys today, but I have bigger reasons to show up than not to show up? One of the things I had to do was commit to a schedule. Who hates schedules? Nobody more than me. Ask anybody I work with. Nobody hates schedules more than me. But if my goals are big enough, if my why is big enough and my goals are specific, I know that I have to show up, right? I know the exact strategy I need to do in my business. Now, those of you who have gone through party training with me, it's one of the reasons why I love doing my business strategy through goals. So I find my why, I find my what, and my how. I like to do it a lot through parties, but that's not my only strategy, right? So when I set goals, I'm like, my goal is to create multiple comma check business in my check in my family through this business in the next 6 months. How I'm going to do that is through a party strategy or through an online video strategy or through whatever you guys are doing as your main strategy. Then I create a schedule and I commit to it no matter what. If you feel like you need support in any of these areas, this is what I love to dig into with my students. This is why we have an Impact Maker program. This is why we take people from this basic group who need more support to personalize this and to dig in and create your strategy, your business plan, your paycheck, your why, your goals that make sense, and your plan and your schedule. So what I had to do was I had to look at my goals and I had to say that's realistic. And I gave you guys this scenario in Action Takers last week, I think, where we talked about how one of the companies that I'm with, that's a network marketing company, some of those girls sell multiple, like 20,000 a month in jewelry. Okay. Is that realistic for them? Yeah. Is it realistic for me? No. So when I set my goals, I have to look and go, okay, my goal is to create a 4-figure paycheck monthly or a 5-figure paycheck monthly. Am I willing to do the activity to create that? Then I set a schedule that can make sense for my family. And here's what I need you guys to understand when you commit to your business. I do not need you to commit to working 40 hours a week. If you can do that, that's great. Most of you did not sign up, especially if you're with network marketing, for a 40-hour a week work week. You signed up for 10 to 12 hours a week, right? Maybe 5 to 10 hours a week. That's why you're here. You're trying to figure out how to work smart, strategically, be on purpose, get the most results from the least amount of time. I do not care what your schedule is, but you have to have one. As painful as it is, you are only accountable to yourself. And I was just with a student on the phone the other day, and I'd love to shout her out, but I don't want to disclose our conversation. But let me tell you something. She actually shared with me that she is like me. She found excuses in certain things that allowed her to talk herself out of doing the activities she needed to do in her business. And what we actually realized is her why wasn't clear. Her marketing message, who she served, why she was doing the business, that was off. That piece was off. That's why, therefore, she didn't want to set goals. And any excuse to not set goals, she used. And then even if she set goals, any excuse not to commit to that activity, she used. As soon as she got excited about her why, it was in alignment. Now we're setting goals. Now we're creating the activity. And guess what she put on her calendar? Her weekly event. Every single week. What do we teach inside of our Impact Makers group with our Evergreen Party program? You show up. Not if people show up. You show up first. You commit to the schedule, and then you keep getting better, right? And then people go, gosh, she's going to keep showing up. Gosh, this girl's not going anywhere. Gosh, she's listening to us. Okay, I'm gonna check out what she's doing. It doesn't work the opposite way, where if you're like, if I can get some people, I'll put it on my calendar. So I want to ask you guys right now, what part are you missing the most? Are you missing a clear why? Like a burning excitement in your belly about the business that you started. If that is not there, you have to start there. You have to. If that means you're not in alignment with your company, girl, I get you. It's not a fun place to be. But if you can move forward and figure out what's missing to get that excitement back, to go back to why it is the day that you signed up with that company, to get that vision back, Then you can start creating goals and creating your strategy and your business plan and your committed schedule of when you're going to show up, how you're going to show up, and how you're going to promote your products, business, opportunity, whatever it is that you're promoting, right? If you don't have a clear why, type in the comments below. I am struggling with my why. What we did inside of Action Takers, if you have a clear why, now all I figure out is, okay, you know why you started your business. Let's talk about our marketing message, our who, our niche. Who do we love to serve? How do we love to serve them? And so that they can do what? We define that in our business, because then our content, our strategy comes from that. Who we're speaking to, how we speak to them, how we promote the things we're promoting, right? Then we say, okay, I know why I'm doing this business. Everything that could potentially come out of it is way bigger than any of the discomfort I'll have to go through. Even, guys, I've slept like one night in a month. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. The revolving door of sickness around here is insane. The life change is insane. The reasons not to show up are there, right? But my reasons for keeping on going are bigger. This is just truth serum. Y'all are going to go through times in your business where you have a big reason not to do it. Make sure your why is always bigger than your reason not to. Turn your excuses into your reasons and go take imperfect action, right? So then we figure out, who we're serving, how we're serving them, how we want to show up. We set goals that are going to help us get to where we want to get, that are going to help us get that why, right? What do we need out of this business? And then we create the plan to reach those goals. And then you guys have to do the part that nobody likes to do. Layla helps me with this a ton, by the way. Track the activity. She helps me through challenges with you guys. When we do a challenge, that means we do a virtual party workshop. When we do a social selling workshop, which is coming up, right? When we do a booking blitz and we're tracking things, it's the same thing I've always done in my network marketing business. How many people need to be invited to the party? When that many people get invited, how many people buy? What questions do I ask? What are the steps that I do every single time so that I can track the activity and I can see the trends, the data, see what's working and what's not working, right? We talked before about I can give you the strategy. I'll give you my exact system for how I do my parties. You're going to do it and do it and do it. And then you're going to put your own experience, your own perspective. You're going to track your own results. You'll tweak what you need to tweak. Maybe your system is exactly like mine. Maybe it's a little bit different, right? And then you can see what's working and then you can start working toward your goals. Okay, so 3 steps, guys. Find your why, create your goals, and then create your strategy or your business plan and commit to the freaking schedule. Commit, okay? So if commitment is 1 hour a week, guess what? You're committed. 1 hour going to the gym a week is a whole lot more than 0, right? What happens once you do things once? You kind of want to do it again, especially once you start getting some results. Now, what if you didn't get results yet, but you got some confidence? How would it feel? How would it feel today if you had a clear why, you set some goals that were smart goals, right? And you had your business schedule and you said, okay, I can't guarantee what's going to come out of it. I can guarantee that I'm going to show up, and I can guarantee I'm going to hook on with this girl in the social selling school. I'm going to hook into Action Takers. I'm going to hook into Impact Makers. I'm going to keep getting better because my why is bigger than all my excuses, right? And I'm going to keep getting better because I know it's possible. It's all we need is possible, right? We don't care about probable, by the way. We do not care about who is or who isn't. We only care about what we know and what we believe about ourselves, right? Y'all can do this, okay? All right, so let's go through a couple things, then I got to do some giveaways. I hope this was helpful. I hope that you picked up from something today. I would love to hear back where you need the most support. Hey, Sarah Inman, how are you? Wendy Carter, what's up, girl? Donna and I have been chatting in the chat box. Wendy says she wants to retire successfully. She can have time and freedom to spend with her grandchildren and family. Now, if y'all want to dig in deeper with this, Wendy, and you are one of my students, so I do get to do this with you deeper. But here's what I will say. What does it mean for you to be able to do that, right? What cost will it be if you can't do those things? That's how you really find a great why. What will it cost me not to, right? I wanted to retire from teaching and stay home with my son at that time. Now I've got 3 boys of my own and a bonus son. What would it mean if I couldn't, right? What am I not able to do by not doing that? Okay. All right. Your why always needs to be bigger, and your why will continue to grow. If your why makes you cry, there you go, right? Mine doesn't make me cry. Mine makes me really excited though. Okay. And there's nothing that you guys can say is not possible. And if somebody's like, I don't have the right verbiage, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, I remember hearing this in my network marketing business. If somebody was standing, you're on this building, they're on this building and they're holding your baby. and there's no way to get across the building. And you stand there and you're like, there's no way to get across the building. But then they're like, if you don't figure out a way to get across the building, you'll never have your baby in your arms again. I'm like, I'm figuring out how to get across the building, right? Anything's possible. We might have to work in a way we didn't want to work. We might have to like figure some things out, be uncomfortable, learn how to scale some walls, something, right? Okay, so here's what I need you guys to know. Social Sales School is the new name of this group. If for any reason you've missed it, this is super important. I will continue to show up every Monday at 10 a.m. Central with you guys. We will continue to support you in this group, and this is always your home for knowing all the things. This is the first place we tell you about everything that's coming out. We need you to register. If you want to stay in this group, we need you to register. Y'all know that engagement in Facebook is down. You guys know that we continue to bring great content, but if nobody sees it, doesn't matter, right? We go through how to clean out your group because this matters. If you have a group full of people who want to be there, but they're not participating, we got to reconnect with y'all. It's time to reconnect. The new name of our group is Social Sales School for the Woman Entrepreneur. We need you to register. Go to socialsaleschool.com/join to officially be registered. That way we can keep you in this group. If you need more support in your business, don't forget that our Action Taker Elite Club opened up last month. That is where I get to dig in with you every Tuesday at 12 o'clock Central in our private community of Elite Club members. That is a paid membership program. It is still on an intro offer. Type Action Takers in the comments below if you still don't know what that's about. If you're in the Impact Makers Evergreen program, you're already in. Evergreen Impact Makers, you get all the things, okay? So you do not need to register for Action Takers as far as paid, but you can come into that club. We get together every Tuesday at 12 o'clock. I give you actionable steps to take action in your business. We've been going over your Facebook profile, your marketing message, and last week we talked about business pages, groups, and I gave you some call to actions on what to do before I show up with you tomorrow, right? And if you need deeper support, you're like, I ain't here to play. I know that chick knows what she's doing. I am ready to make the multiple 4- and 5-figure checks in my business. I'm ready to make a mass impact. I do not want to play. I do not have time for a hobby. I don't just need another tip and trick. I need the people to walk with me through the process and help me create my strategy, my business plan. I need to commit to myself so that I can grow my business. You need to be an Impact Makers. And if you don't know what that's about, type Impact Makers in the comments below. We will be opening that program up to the public in 2022. And I've shared this with y'all before. It's going to go up in 2022 because we have done mass amounts of work inside of that program. So if you want to come hang out with us, one of our advisors in this program can get you those details on a private basis. Okay, the elf made me do it. I need to know from those of you who have no clue what the elf made you do, who needs information on what the elf is making you do. There are posts right now. When I get off of this video, I'm going to go spin a wheel for, I think we have 2 days of prizes. We might have already gifted the Tiffany's necklace. Is that correct? Tiffany's necklace has already gone out the door. And then we have another day of giveaways. And we have been posting different things that you can get in your business to help you take action, to help you move forward. So go look for those posts. The elf made me do it. Make sure you're on our email list. If there is anything that you need support with, you have an assigned advisor provided you have registered with the Social Sales School. Okay, Susan Palmer, go look for the post. I'll also tag you in a couple of them. If you don't have an assigned advisor, make sure you get registered. That person is there to answer questions. All right, I'm going to hang up. I'm going to come back with the wheel. I'm going to cut it here for the purposes of time. Bring you the wheel, fill out, get the prizes for the elf, and please let us know how we can best support you. Action Takers, Impact Makers, I'll see you tomorrow. And the rest of you have an amazing holiday weekend. If you celebrate Christmas, Christmas Eve is Friday, Christmas Day is Saturday, and I just hope that everybody takes so much time to appreciate everything that's around you, and thank you for being part of this group and moving forward with us as we grow with you all. Okay, all right, I'll see you later. Bye for now.